How's it going? My name is Reid Lawrence. I'm the head of client success here at Sickening Events. If you have any questions regarding this tutorial or any other questions regarding the Sickening Events platform, please feel free to reach out to us at contact@sickeningevents.com. Now in today's video guide, we're going to go over how to quickly create recurring events in the platform, and we're going to do that in a couple different ways. The first way we're going to show you is a more simplified way. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the General Details tab in the event, and we're going to scroll down to the date and time. The first thing we're going to make sure that we do is ensure that the date and time cover all of the instances of the event. So if your event happens once a week for 3 months, we want to make sure that this start and end date actually encapsulate that entire time period. So it looks like here we have a start date of 9/13. So we're going to come down here and go ahead and make that 12/13. All right, so that is all dandy. So we'll go ahead and save that information down here. And then once that is all saved and good, we're going to head over to the Tickets tab. We're going to go to Ticket Types, and we're going to name the ticket. Let's just assume that this is a RSVP, and this is a free ticket. So no need to put a price there, but what we will need to do is actually set a date. So we're going to set the date to 9/13, which is our start date for this recurring event. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to make this end sale at a specific time, and we're going to make that date the same date as the event itself. Okay, next up we can do save and continue. Once it saves, it'll bring us back to the ticket type dashboard where we can simply go in and add more ticket types. If you have more than one ticket type for the same date of the event, what you can simply do is you can come in here and then add them both to a ticket group under the same date, which you would probably put something along the lines of trivia 9/13 for this specific event for that group. For now, we'll just click cancel. All right, next up what we're going to do is we are simply going to copy that ticket type a few times in order to get it to duplicate, and so we can add all of our different dates. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're simply just going to go hop into each of these and then add the date for which we want those events to take place. So I'm going to pop my calendar out, see what we're looking at. Oh, let's grab an actual calendar, excuse me. Looks like the next date in September for this particular event is going to be the 20th. So we'll update that on the title, and then we'll also update this on the end sale date. And then we can go ahead and click save and continue. And then we will do that exact same process again for the remainder of our ticket types. So we'll go ahead and demonstrate that for our remaining ticket type here. All right, perfect. So now that we've got these added, we now have multiple ticket types for each date. So we can actually go and view that event, and we can get those tickets. And now you have the ability to RSVP for each date individually. Now what this is going to do, when a customer shows up to the event with their QR code ticket, you will be able to clearly see the date for that particular registration indicated on the ticket itself. All right, Now let's go on to the more sophisticated version of this. So the more sophisticated version is not that much different. However, it does add the ability for the system to recognize whether or not a ticket is valid for a certain instance of an event. So essentially, if someone has purchased a ticket for the September 13th event and they show up to the September 20th event, it will indicate that the ticket is invalid. So that it's really good for crowd control and access management if that is something that the venue or the event wants to prioritize. So to get started with this particular process, we are going to frame this as a basic event that just has multiple instances. So we're just going to go to Edit Event, and we're going to edit this schedule. Under Edit Schedule, we're just going to come to General Check-in, and then we're going to go all the way down to Type of Access Point, and we're going to do Timed Entry and Auto Registration. This essentially allows the system to recognize that when someone purchases a ticket type for the 9/13 date, that actually corresponds to a actual access point for that specific date and allows it to disconnect the other ticket types from that same event on that date. But for this, we're going to actually allow access points registration for all of these. You can think of an access point as a physical door into an event. So typically, since this just has one venue and one location, we just have one access point. And we want to manage the instances, which are the times and dates for that. So we're going to go ahead and save the details here. And then finally, what we're able to do is go into the access point dates and times and edit the specific instance here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to make sure that our access point instance matches that of the event, so 7 to 10:30 on 9/13, and then we're going to make sure that our 9/13 ticket type auto registers for that event, and our other ticket types do not auto register. Basically, what this does is it connects this ticket type to this date and makes the other tickets invalid for this date. So we're going to go ahead and save those details. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the same process for the other dates. So we're going to go here. We're going to choose September 20th. And as you can see, the end date has automatically updated. And then we are going to deselect September 13th and reselect September 20th. And then we are going to go ahead and save and return to access point. Okay, great. Now that we've added that instance, we're going to go ahead and add another one. So we're going to go ahead to this one. Same as before, 9/27, 9/27. Then we're going to auto register, and then we'll click add. And then you will see that event specifically appear here. And then now those have been created. So now when someone purchases a ticket for the September 20th date, it will automatically register for this instance, and you'll be able to check them in under that specific instant. As well as under the dashboards and reports, you now have a new tab labeled Access Point Data that allows you to view individual data for each of those specific dates. All right. Perfect. That covers recurring events in the Sickening Events platform. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to contact@sickeningevents.com or reach out to me personally. Once again, my name is Reid Lawrence. I'm the head of client success at Sickening Events, and stay sickening.